Stand on the banks of the Tiber in Rome today, and you'll see a city where ancient ruins coexist with bustling avenues, domes dominating the skyline, bells echoing through alleyways, and crowds crossing stone bridges. Almost every street rests upon layers of centuries, but go back more than 2,700 years in time, and you would find scattered hills, simple wooden and mud huts on the Palatine, shepherds leading flocks along the riverbanks. No empire, no Colosseum, no Caesar, just small Latin communities surrounded by swamps and rivals. What happened in that interval? Kings, republics, conquests, civil wars, emperors, schisms, downfalls. A settlement among 7 hills became the heart of an empire that would dominate 3 continents. A people who built roads like arteries of power and laws, meant to endure through the centuries. Amid invasions and reforms, Rome endured, transforming itself without disappearing. You are about to witness more than 2.5 millennia of history in a single journey. Sit back and travel through the extraordinary history of Rome, the eternal city, the forge of empires. Let's go to the beginning. The monarchy, according to tradition, around 753 BC, Rome is founded by Romulus. Legend and history intertwine, kings rule, build walls, and organize the Senate. Etruscan influences shape symbols of power, but the last king is deposed. The word tyranny echoes. The Republic in 509 BC, Rome becomes a republic. 2 consuls share power. The Senate gains strength. Patricians and plebeians fight for rights. Laws are recorded to limit abuses. Rome grows, conquers neighboring cities, faces Carthage in the Punic Wars, and dominates the Western Mediterranean. Roads stretch out, legions march in discipline. Generals return covered in glory and ambition. External victories bring internal tensions, reforms fail, generals compete for power, and the republic falters. Civil wars erupt. Julius Caesar crosses the Rubicon. The Senate trembles. After winning, he is named dictator for life and is assassinated shortly after. Chaos returns until Octavian emerges victorious. In 27 years before Christ, he receives the title of Augustus. The republic ends, the empire begins, the Roman Empire. Under Augustus, Rome finds stability. The so-called Pax Romana ushers in centuries of relative peace. Monuments multiply. The Colosseum is inaugurated under Titus. Aqueducts bring water to distant cities. At its height, the empire surrounds the Mediterranean. Laws shape societies. Latin spreads. Cities flourish from Hispania to the east. But vast borders require armies. Constant deficits, economic crises arise. The 3rd century brings almost continuous instability. The empire is divided for better governance. Christianization and transformation. In the 4th century AD, Constantine IV legalizes Christianity and founds Constantinople. The faith once persecuted becomes dominant. Temples close, churches rise. Rome is no longer the only center of power. The fall of the West. Germanic peoples cross the borders. In 476 AD, the last emperor of the West is deposed. The Western Roman Empire comes to an end, but Rome does not disappear. Papal Rome and the Renaissance. The city becomes the spiritual center of Latin Christianity. Popes crown kings. Pilgrims cross Europe. Centuries later, artists and architects transform the city. Basilicas are expanded. Squares take on new shapes. Italian unification. In the 19th century, nationalist movements unite the peninsula. In 1870, Rome becomes the capital of the Kingdom of Italy. The 21st century. Today, millions live in the city. Tourists walk through the Roman Forum. The Vatican remains an independent state within the Italian capital. Modern traffic circulates around ancient amphitheaters. Empires have fallen, republics have changed, languages have evolved, but the roads still lead to Rome. That is what makes Rome, Rome, a city that was once a village, a republic, an empire, and a spiritual symbol. From huts on the Palatine Hill to the modern capital, its history spans nearly 3,000 years. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Eternal City. Here the past walks beside you, etched in marble and echoing beneath every step. And as always, see you in the past.